Hello there, this is Dr. Huang. I'm broadcasting to you from, again, my home, my studies. And today is actually the last day before we go into our Thanksgiving recess. And if you're listening from Asia, you are probably just waking up to your weekend. I want to talk to you about something that had happened in the past week, and I think this is something that's lingering around. I just wouldn't go away. And in fact, if you've been following the news, you know on November 8th, we have all just, in the United States, that we have just all witnessed one of the most controversial and most debated election process. And now we have a new president-elect, and we are moving forward. But from that election, now I personally think it was one of the greatest processes that we get to see. And, in the United States, according to our Common Core standards for students from K to 12, they learn about democracy very early on in elementary school. So they use high-level vocabulary words such as, legislature and electoral college, civil rights. So the concept of democracy is not foreign to our students. But as an outcome of the election, we are here. You cannot turn on a radio or a television without hearing about protests, demonstrations, and civil disputes, and just a lot of incidents happening out there on the streets when people, they come forth and express their passion and their emotions about the outcome of the election. So where do we go from here? As teachers and parents, we face our students on a daily basis, and I know many of our students' feelings are hurt, and we do have a lot that we need to talk to students about that will be remaining. We'll spend the remainder of the school year likely to address. But what do we really talk to our students about from this point on? For me personally, I think we can never go wrong. And what better time than this to talk to our kids about patriotism and sportsmanship. I think students in America, they're no strangers to the concept and ideology of sportsmanship. We all know winning or losing, at the end of the game, we shake hands and we congratulate the other team, and all coaches will teach their kids, this is how we display sportsmanship. So what better way and what better time to teach our students than this, right after a heated election, a heated process, and we now have a new president. Talk to students about winning and losing, and how to display their dignity and how to display their sportsmanship after an event. Now, in life, all of our kids will be going through ups and downs and winning and losing, and I think it's far more important than winning is knowing how to lose, knowing how to still walk out of a situation with your dignity in place, with your heart still intact, with your emotions still remaining whole, coming out of it and knowing how to face and how to deal with it. Life is a long process, and as teachers and parents, I believe our number one responsibility is to help students and help them know there will always be times when you may go into something thinking you are absolutely going to win, but it does not come out the way you imagine. There are also situations that you do win, but the outcome of winning is not what you expected. And I think in both of our candidates, we're seeing life is such. And I think we owe it to our students, our children, to teach them life is such. Talking about patriotism. Now, on the 9th, November 9th, the day after the election, many students walk onto school ground, going to campus with a lot of emotions, that they wear their parents' emotions to school. And you'll be surprised when students are together in a common place and they start airing their personal opinion, how quickly that becomes a wave, a voice, and things can go pretty wrong within minutes. So on that day, I talked to students about patriotism. I heard many students talking about how, oh, this country is going down, we're going to have to move to Canada. Now, we hear, Kids are kids, and they make their comments. But as teachers, we can wear our emotions on our shoulder. We keep them in our hearts, and we are professionals. So we teach kids what we see as appropriate. And I think in this country and anywhere you are in the world, I think the number one duty of a citizen is to teach patriotism, the love for your country. If we can't teach that, and I think in many classrooms, in many schools, that has been forgotten. We have forgotten, and with all the curriculum content that we need to teach our kids, we have forgotten that we need to teach them to love their country. Now, regardless what happens, they need to be united to love their country no matter what. And I think after the election, and not just in the United States, I really wholeheartedly believe, and I hope wherever you are, whatever you do it for the sake of your country. Now, in this great nation of ours, I think many of you would agree, if you have ever traveled anywhere else in the world, you know we have it good here. But a lot of times it's so much easier to criticize, to see the part that has not been done well, to see what is yet to be done. We don't see what we already have and the privilege that we share as citizens and the benefits that we have in this democracy and the freedom that we enjoy on a daily basis. And that is all because of this country that we call home. And if we don't share that patriotism, I don't know how long we can hold on to the principles of this country if we don't come together as one. So as part of the post-election process, I think it's important, and I would love for for you to tell me what is that you do in your classrooms and in your home as a way to wrap up this process after the election. Wherever you are, whatever country you're from, I believe there are also processes that take place around you, and sometimes you find it so difficult to talk to your kids about what's happening out there. But I don't think we can ever go wrong if we start with sportsmanship, knowing how to win, and knowing how to lose. On top of that, of course, is patriotism. I love this country, and as a naturalized citizen, I can see how so many of you and so many of the citizens or people who are coming into this country, they want to really be someone who can contribute to the process. And I think if we teach our kids right, then they become tomorrow's government, as President Lincoln have said a long time ago. Students who are sitting in our classrooms today, students who are learning in our schools today, they will be our government tomorrow. And when they grow up and they hold positions in the offices and in our government, I think it's crucial that we start today, teach them right, the love for our country, the dignity of being a citizen, and what it's like to be passionate about what our country is all about, and to learn to lose and to win, and hold that spirit of a winning heart, and also the spirit of knowing that even if things don't turn out the way you hoped to have turned out, you are a winner in heart, in your heart. That is something that I've been hoping to share with everyone. And of course, it's hard to include these concepts into our curriculum on a daily basis and when we teach in the classroom because we have so much to cover. But if you have a few minutes and if you find the teachable moment, let's include these ideas and reach out to our students and our parents. After all, education is all about showing them the way, keeping them on the right path, and giving them a better future. So with that, I will see you next time, and I wish you a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye.